Hey there jammers, last time I played Project Zomboid, I took on a challenge where I couldn't leave my starter home at all, and this happened. This time, we're going to do something similar, but make it a lot more interesting, and here are the rules. For every 3 days survived in my starter house, I can choose one house to unlock and then freely explore it until my character sleeps. Bearing in mind the longer you don't sleep, the more dangerous the game gets, and after I sleep, I must stay in my starter house again for 3 more days before repeating the process. I really shouldn't have threw that, why did I just throw that? Last time my character was called Hermit, so naturally, this time I'd call him Hermit too. The Hermit strikes back. And if you watched my last video, you'll notice we're in a prop house this time, instead of a little trailer, which in hindsight, probably wasn't the best idea for a challenge. We stay in your house forever. The other good thing about this house is that it has a TV where you can actually watch programs to gain skill points, which I didn't even know was a thing the last time. As you can see, I've been doing my research. That's has got a first point in cooking, which to be honest, isn't very helpful, as I think the only meal zombies want is me, even if I do make a mean chili. The skill points I'm most interested in is carpentry, because if we can find the right tools, I can actually fortify my base, and farming, because again, if we can find the right tools, and some seeds, we can make a reliable food supply. That's if we can make it that far. I might be getting a bit ahead of myself. Maybe I should just concentrate on surviving the first couple of days first. Speaking of first, my first task is to close all the curtains and move any curtains from upstairs down to here. I'll also turn off all the lights, because unlike last time, where I lied in zombies for items, I want to avoid them as much as possible in this playthrough. Great, I went to move these curtains because I was like I could just close this door and never come in here and a zombie spotted me already. Well, it looks like we have a designated corpse room. In fact, this zombie has a watch, so that's worked out really well actually. I was going to have to try and find a watch at one point anyway, and not just because I threw my clock away, but because they tell you how long you've survived, and I know the skill programs are on at 6 AM, 12 PM and 6 PM, so now we have a way to keep track of when shows are about to start. Oh my god, please don't tell me that window's been smashed already. I've not even finished turning the lights off yet, and already this run has turned into a complete disaster. Easy does it now. With the way this playthrough is going, I wouldn't put past me getting bit this early, and wait a minute, is there even a zombie there? There's nobody even there. What the hell? The world's probably not even ended, and that guy just stays in his house paranoid. It's just some kid who's threw a rock through the window. Ah, there he is. He just wanted to make a dramatic entrance. He must know he's in a YouTube video. And now he's out of a YouTube video. I guess you could call it a cameo. I may have not been able to do much to the house so far, but at least the corpse room's come along nicely. I found 2 sheets, so I think I'm going to cover up the 2 doors. We'll hopefully get the side windows and the upstairs covered after we visit our first house. The downstairs are main priority, but I think the zombies can still see you from upstairs. It's just less likely. If you know, then feel free to let me know in the comments below. I was just about to start looting the house, but I've just noticed it's nearly 12 PM, which means another skill program is about to start, so we'll watch that first. This is why finding a watch is so vital, because I would end up forgetting all about this. We've leveled up our carpentry, fantastic. Well, to most people, it's only fantastic if we can survive long enough and find the tools to actually use the skill, but for me this is fantastic. Trust me. Last time we played this, I was wearing the funniest clothes possible, but if we actually want to progress a good amount, I think we better actually pick clothes based on our scratch defense this time. Although we do now look like a hobo, which is ironic when we never leave the house, so I guess we can be funny and practical at the same time. Okay, there's a lot more stuff in here than I thought it was going to be, and wait a minute, is that a school bag? Can you tell I'm easily distracted? I was going to say I want a good weapon, but definitely not a gun, because use one of them in the house you can't leave is basically suicide. I'm so happy we got a bag though. It means we can carry a lot more stuff when we visit our first home, and I'm also so happy because it's got a cute raccoon on it. Carpentry volume 2 is also really helpful. I love how weird the start of this run has been. Some things have went so wrong, but others have went so right. Like finding this can opener. As small a thing as this may seem, and I don't mean actual size by the way, without finding one of these in the first couple houses, I'd quickly run out of food. The only bad thing is, I found so many good things in a row that something bad is bound to happen, sooner rather than later. I'm also going to fill up everything I can with water, because I know around day 14, the water completely shuts off. Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting to survive 14 days, but I better prepare, just in case. We're nearly done setting up a forever home, and that's because I have to stay in it forever, due to the challenge. The last thing I'm doing is sorting all the items, so all the food and water in the fridge, the medical supplies under the sink. Next I'm going to have all the read material, then all the weapons and tools. On the other side of the cooker is where all the household items are going to be. And then away over here, far out of my reach, so I don't accidentally kill myself, is where I'm going to keep the guns. This bookcase can literally just be for all my junk, because even though the game tells me it's junk, I'm still too scared to throw anything away. I just love how I put some toothpaste in there, and the whole bookcase just fills up with books. Oh my god, where did you come from? That broken window is going to be a massive problem, because I never even heard them coming through it. Well, that window problem may be insignificant compared to the problem I might get from that damage if I become infected. I'm going to be so mad if I went through all this just to fail now. That didn't go so well. All I can do now is bandage myself up and pray that I don't wake up feeling unwell tomorrow. I think the place is looking pretty good. Well, minus the blood everywhere and the bandage on my hand. I think if we survive, we need to guard that window whenever we're not doing anything else. And speaking of doing something else, my shows are on, so it's time for me to cause myself more damage by sitting too close to the screen and burning my eyes. The last thing I'm going to do today is treat myself by cooking up this frozen steak and peas. I think Hermit's deserved it after all his hard work today. The steak cooked also removes 52 hunger, which is excellent, so if I just keep eating it in small batches, it should do me quite a while. I better not forget to turn off that cooker either, or else I could turn into a cooked steak. I think that will do us for day one. It's been eventful to say the least. I think all the chaos makes good content though. Well, I hope. If you do think it's good content, then hitting that like button would be appreciated so the video can spread to more people. Thank you. Of course, we just had to wake up during the night terrified, which isn't very good. Staying in a good sleeping pattern when you've only got limited time to go out and explore is vital. I guess all we can do now is sit and guard this window like a dog and wait for my shows to start. I just remembered as well, I'm pretty sure I gave my guy a fear of blood, so maybe the fact he's covered in blood and the fact the whole house is covered in blood isn't helping much. That's us got our first point in farming. Things are going pretty well today. I knew things were going too well. All I wanted was a nice peaceful day. Is that too much to ask for? Ah, that's much better. Oh wait, no, there's another one. I feel like I'm playing whack-a-mole with this plunger, which is an excellent weapon I must add. A lot better than I thought it was going to be anyway. This one has a leather jacket, which has 20 bite defense and 40 scratch defense. Yes, I want that. Okay, you can be forgiven for disturbing my peaceful day. And I'll just add these corpses to designated corpse room. We have a lot bigger collection I thought we were going to have this stage, that's for sure. Look at that defense, it's looking good, and just as well, because I have a feeling we're going to need it. My hand's still lacerated, but I think if we were infected, we'd be sick by now, so that's a relief. I really don't want to ruin the video by dying before we even get to day 3. I'm just doing a quick patrol of the streets before I go to bed. I want to try and get a good night's sleep after last night, so yes, basically I'm checking the house for monsters before bed. What was that noise? I fell asleep. I literally just checked in the whole house as well. Great, we're awake at 2 AM again. Why is this character's sleeping pattern so relatable to me? I guess we better check down the stairs, even though I'm not looking forward to what that noise was. There's literally nothing here. He says a zombie just comes out of the darkness. No zombie. Okay, there actually is nothing here. All the other windows look fine as well. That's so weird. I could have sworn something was going to be down here after hearing that noise I fell asleep. Ah, there's one. As the old saying goes, ask and you shall receive. And there's another. If you'll just excuse me a moment, I'll be with you in a second. Okay, you can stop now. The good thing is they're slowly coming through one by one, so it's given me enough time to deal with them individually. Are we good now? Does anyone else want to die whilst I'm here? I think we're safe for now. For now, that is. It feels like the game is determined to stop me getting to 3 days survived, but it hasn't realised just how stubborn I am. I better put these bodies in the corpse room and strip their clothes, as is tradition. If you're wondering why I'm stripping their clothes, by the way, it's because the bodies decompose, so it means I can still use items if I drop them on the ground. And no, it's not because I'm a sick weirdo. Well, I'm still a sick weirdo. I literally have a designated corpse room, but you know what I mean. That's us get cooking to level 2. I wonder if they can teach me a recipe for zombie corpses, because I'm not short of them. I would have enough food to last me forever. Speaking of food, this steak has lasted me so well. I'm so happy I found this in the freezer. And now we have level 2 carpentry to go for cooking, and since we have a volume 2 carpentry book, when we read it, we'll have a massive boost and be at level 4 in no time. I think the thing we should prioritise reading though is things to try and get ourselves into a better mood, because I want my mood to be as good as possible for tomorrow, which has done absolutely nothing for my mood. At least I tried. This time I hope I can get a much better sleep. We have a big day tomorrow, because at 9 AM we can officially go outside. We woke up at 4:30 AM, which you know what, it's an improvement. It's not as good as I hoped it was going to be, but it's better than the last 2 nights anyway. We'll get a bit of TV and reading in before breakfast, which again is steak by the way, and then we'll get ready for our first and possibly our last adventure. I'm just gonna do anything that isn't bandages. I don't even have a weapon because I literally don't even have one, which is scary, but I'm sure we can find one on our travels. Oh my god, you have to be kidding me. It's 10 minutes before I can leave the house and a zombie decides to attack now. This is such unnecessary time and energy. I really don't need to burn now. Of course there had to be another one. There's always another one. And another one bites the dust. 3 again? Is this game serious? The only good thing is, I'm hoping this means I've cleared all the zombies outside my house. I'm going to be so pissed if there's a massive horde out there. I'm just going to make sure there's nothing else out here before I step outside. I didn't go through all this just to be jumped. And it looks like it's all clear, apart from the weather. The day I decide to leave just happens to be a day I can hardly see. Or maybe that's just my eyes, because I've never been outside before. It's that house I want to explore as well, and there's 4 zombies outside it. This is scary. I want to go back into my house already. I was trying to just get the attention of one at a time, but 2 have came after me. Come on, I can do this. I'm just going to stand this zombie whilst I fight the other, so he can't get up. Okay, that's one down permanently, but the other's back up. And that's the other down, but now this zombie spotted me. Come on, go down please before that other zombie gets here. Yes, this is going really well. I feel like my fighting skills in this game are really improving. I'm starting to get the hang of it. So that's an hour of time gone and a lot of energy used, and we're not even out the back garden yet. I'm going to count these little garages as part of the properties, and since this garage is on my property, I'm going to allow myself to search it. Of course the window is locked. And the door won't open. Should I not have a key for this if it's my garage? You know what? We'll come back to this. I need a tool to smash the window or I'll cut my hand. And I don't want to let the zombies just now with the smashing sound. At least this window open. I love that I can't even open my own garage, yet I can easily open my neighbour's. Oh my god, there's a screwdriver in here. Yes. And a metal bar and pipe, which are excellent weapons. I can't believe it. There's a hammer, saw, and box of nails in here. This is amazing. Now we can break down wooden objects into planks and fortify our windows. You actually have no idea how lucky this is. There's also a generator in here that I almost never even noticed because I was so excited, which you can use to generate power when the power goes out around 14 days. This is crazy how we found all this, yet we've not even entered the actual house yet. This has made all the pain worth it. I'm just going to drop this off before we investigate the house. I just hope no zombies attack me because I'm taking a big risk here. I'll be so slow trying to defend myself because I have such a heavy load. In fact, I'm going to sit and rest up a little whilst this show's on before I go back out there. Carpentry level 3, this is such a good day. There's so much pressure on me not to screw this up now. I better be so careful when I go back out there. I'll keep the hammer, saw and screwdriver on me, so if you have time you can try and break up some wood in the other house. I don't even know if you need a screwdriver for that, but I'll take it with me so I don't end up having to come back. Okay, let's explore this house. Straight away I can see a grill I badly want, so we can cook things when the power goes off, but we'll go inside first. I can see a zombie at the front door. I'd probably rather have him at that side of the door than my side, but it's best we deal with him first, just in case more show up. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I always hate having to do that. Oh no, what am I doing? I just misclicked and shouted at the top of my voice. I'm such an idiot. I'm trying to be sneaky as possible, and my guy's screaming over here. I just hope no other zombies heard that. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough though, won't we? I'm just going to take absolutely everything, even if I don't think it'll be that useful. Like I can't see a situation where I'll need fish in volume 3, but it's free, so I'll take it. Or a situation where I'll need a bowl of rotten soup, but I guess I can use a bowl to store water. I can't forget as well to take every curtain I can see so that the zombies can't see me. Oh, a toolbox, interesting. If we could find something like a trowel, that'd be amazing. There's just a ball of twine in here. Well, that's disappointing, but I think I would have a cheek to complain after the tools I found earlier. It doesn't mean I'm still not going to complain though. So that's the downstairs looted. There wasn't much, but I got some extra food and water containers, which is something. I'm going to drop this stuff off and then come back for the upstairs items. And now for the upstairs. In fact, I better close that door just in case something sneaks up behind me. That is a disaster waiting to happen. Some more medical items and curtains from my house. That's great. A rubber duck. Now that's the best thing I found this whole playthrough. Now I can finally have some company in my house. I take that back. This hiking bag is the best thing I've found. It has -70 weight reduction. This is a game changer. It'll be sad to see raccoon bag go. This bag is so much better. I think all the best items we found were actually in the garage, but because of the items, with all the little time we have left, we can start dismantling all the wooden items in the house and start collecting planks, which is probably the most important thing to do at this stage. I've just tore this full upstairs apart, but my character's starting to get really tired and I don't want to risk dying after all this great work. So what we'll do is grab what planks we can carry and come back for the rest of them and the grill outside once we've survived 6 days, because any house I've unlocked I can return to them on the days I leave the house. I think that was a really successful first 4 days and I can't believe we've survived 4 days. Next time we can break up the furniture in our own house and start to make this into a proper base. That's if you want there to be a next time of course. So let me know in the comments below if you do. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to see more Project Zomboid content, I suggest watching this video next. And thank you to my patrons, Harry Haywood, Captain Tourette and Kajel Sinky.